The Nintendo DS has a lot of games, but some games are furry? Yeah. So I was watching DS game videos and stumbled across one called Top 5 Furry DS Games by Solatorobo. I was a little disappointed by the video, since it didn't really surprise me much, which is why I made this video. Also, if you want to see Solatorobo's video, the link is in the description below. Now, I'm not a furry, but I am a gamer. And since I normally cover very niche DS games, and I've mostly looked through almost every DS title, I feel as if I'm qualified for this. But first, we have to go over some rules. The games on this list have to have been released in the US. The game cannot be well known like Star Fox, Crash Bandicoot, Pokemon, Digimon, Animal Crossing, etc. They have to be obscure games. Also, let's be very clear on the word furry here. These have to be animal people. No actual animals, or we would have games like Nintendogs, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and a ton of pet games on this list. Just animal people, okay? And these are DS games, not 3DS games or eShop games or DSiWare games, just normal DS games. Those are the rules. And with that being said, here is my list for the top 5 most obscure furry DS games. So, remember the rules for this list? Well, yeah, number 5 is gonna break some of those. Yeah, well, I only found 4 DS games with the rules, and if I didn't put this game on the list, I know that some people will be upset. So anyways, number 5 is Okamiden. This game is the spiritual successor of Okami and came out around the end of the DS's life in 2011. Okamiden is actually the son of Amaterasu, the wolf from the last game. He's the little wolf you play as in this game, and man is it fun. You go through dungeons, fight a lot of enemies, and have to save the world. This game looks amazing, its art style is great, and it's just an all-around fun adventure game to play. I actually have this game and I really like it. It's a bit pricey right now, mostly because it's the only other Okami game besides the HD remakes. Wouldn't really call this a furry game, but definitely a good game. Number 4 is Solatorobo Red the Hunter. Yeah, I know what you might be thinking. Why is this game so low on the list? Well, it's not very obscure when it's the first thing that pops up on Google when you type in furry DS game. Anyways, Solatorobo Red the Hunter is an interesting RPG game. You play as a fox guy named Red that fights giant robots with a mech. His mech can also fly around. Kind of remind me of another fox I know about. But this game came out in 2011 and is probably the most expensive game on this list. I don't have this one for, well, obvious reasons, but it does have really high reviews, so it might actually be a really fun game. Number 3 is Animal Boxing. This is a very unique boxing game. You have to turn your DS upside down to play it. So basically, a village of animals open up a boxing gym, and you have to defeat them to become the champion. You have to use the touchscreen to box your opponents. This game came out in 2008 and got a DSiWare release later on in 2011. I actually got this game and it's okay. Reviews are kind of mixed, but at least the price isn't that bad. Also, someone made a fan game of Animal Boxing called Animal Boxing 2. This was made by a DeviantArt user called 7 Spades. Sadly, they canceled it. It was only in its alpha stage, but it's crazy that there are still fans of this game. Number 2 is Magician's Quest: Mysterious Times. This game is, kinda strange. People usually call this game an Animal Crossing clone. In Magician's Quest: Mysterious Times, you play as a student attending the School of Magic. It's like Animal Crossing, but with school and, well, magic. It's just your normal life simulator game, but with animal and monster people in it. Some people say that this game is actually better than Animal Crossing, but honestly, I don't know. I don't have the game. This game came out in 2009 and got a few sequels in Japan. This game must have done good in Japan and not so good in the US, which also might be why this game costs so goddamn much. But yeah, this game looks alright. And now, for the number 1 most obscure Furry DS game. Number 1 is The Wild West. The other games had at least a small group of people talking about them, but I doubt most people even know that this game exists. The Wild West is a shoot-'em-up game that came out in 2007. In this game, you have to play as either a wolf guy named Wolfie or a cat girl named Catty, and have to take down a bad group called the Terrano Gang. You have to use the touchscreen to shoot at the enemies, and honestly, this game is kinda hard. It has that old DS feel to it, where almost everything has to be touchscreen. It has some really mixed reviews online, but I have this game and I beat it, and I have to say it's alright. Pretty hard at times, but not a bad game. And that was my list. If you think I missed any other obscure Furry DS games, let me know in the comments below. This is Username That's Kid, signing out.